Hi, Paraton weather meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday morning, July 8th. Tropical storm Elsa is now pushing through the Carolinas. It will reach the mid-Atlantic region later today and especially tonight with some heavy rainfall and strong thunderstorms, probably to a position over the southern part of the Delmarva Peninsula later on tonight, and then in the wee hours of the morning over the southern part of New Jersey, likely reaching eastern New England by early tomorrow afternoon, and then by the early part of the weekend it will be over Nova Scotia on its way out into the North Atlantic. Right now the maximum sustained winds of Elsa are about 40 miles per hour, and we have some heavy rainfall. Watch out for localized flooding tonight across the mid-Atlantic region, probably on the order of 1 to 3 inches to the north and west of I-95 in that D.C., Philadelphia, New York City corridor, but 2 to 4 inches to the south and east of there, even isolated higher amounts. This is the latest visible satellite imagery loop from the College of DuPage weather website. You certainly can see a little bit of rotation right now as it moves to the north and east, about 18 miles per hour. The center right around the North Carolina, South Carolina border region. There have been reports of wind gusts along the South Carolina coastline of 55 miles per hour or so, and when it gets into the mid-Atlantic region later today and tonight over the Delmarva Peninsula and into southern New Jersey, you can expect the highest wind gusts across coastal New Jersey, Long Island, and especially across the southern and eastern part of the Delmarva Peninsula. Certainly 50+ mile per hour wind gusts are likely along coastal sections later this afternoon, especially in the overnight hours as Elsa moves through. Again, it's moving now northeast at about 18 miles per hour. Tropical systems tend to speed up as they get into the middle latitudes, and this will get progressively faster, again likely reaching the Nova Scotia part of Canada by the early part of the weekend. Well, here's the latest official position by NOAA's National Hurricane Center right here over South Carolina, moving to the north and east at 18 miles per hour. Again, just to backtrack, this system developed over the far eastern Atlantic and then early this weekend crossed into the Caribbean Sea region where it encountered some favorable sea surface temperatures, then crossed Cuba near Key West, Florida, and along the west coast of Florida, made landfall yesterday morning right in the Big Bend region of the northern Gulf Coast of Florida, and it will continue to move to the north and east over the next several hours, reaching the Delmarva Peninsula and southern part of New Jersey by the wee hours of Friday morning, on its way to about this area by early Saturday morning. Notice also another tropical wave on the map here across southern Texas. They've just been getting inundated by some torrential rainfall across the southern part of the state of Texas. Well, here's the official storm track as depicted by NOAA's National Hurricane Center. Basically a northeasterly motion over the next couple of days, and again, tropical systems tend to accelerate as they get farther and farther north into the mid-latitudes and ultimately the high latitudes. For example, in this particular case, it moves this far in a 24-hour period between 2 a.m. tomorrow and 2 a.m. Saturday, and then this far in the next 24-hour period from here to here. And by the way, this ultimately ends up near Greenland, where it could very well produce some frozen precipitation late in the weekend during the early part of next week. Well, here's the latest radar loop from WSI's Intellicast.com. Little circulation pattern can be seen here in the radar echoes. Again, some stronger squalls, some stronger bands off the coastline have resulted in some pretty high wind gusts. Again, a report of 55 miles per hour along South Carolina coastline. Why is that important? Well, that very well could translate to the coastal regions of the Delmarva Peninsula, New Jersey, Long Island in the overnight hours. There are some showers and thunderstorms across the interior sections of the Mid-Atlantic region, well ahead of the main area of Tropical Storm Elsa, and that is right here over the Carolinas, again reaching the D.C. metro region, the southern part of Delmarva Peninsula, by the mid to late afternoon hours, and then by late afternoon, early evening, all the way up across New York City. And again, 2 to 4 inches possible with isolated higher amounts from around the immediate I-95 corridor region to points south and east. The highest wind gusts will be along coastal sections of the Delmarva Peninsula, New Jersey, and all the way up into Long Island. Well, let's wrap up with some of the surface forecast maps from last night's 6Z operational run of the GFS. And here is Tropical Storm Elsa right now over the Carolinas, moving to the north and east. You get some showers and thunderstorms well ahead of the system, especially upstate Pennsylvania. Let's move forward here. And here we go. This is the timetable where it moves right over the Delmarva Peninsula into the southern part of New Jersey, and expect the heaviest rainfall will be to the along I-95 and points to the south and east, but expect some decent rainfall as well just to the north and west of I-95 in that urban corridor from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. The strongest wind gusts along coastal sections, and there can certainly be some strong to severe thunderstorm activity along coastal sections, maybe even an isolated tornado or two. Typical of tropical cyclones, the best chance for tornadic activity east of the storm track. This is moving basically northeast along the I-95 corridor region, so probably the highest chance for isolated tornadoes will be along the coastal sections of the mid-Atlantic region into the northeast. Then it moves up into New England during the day on Friday, and again ultimately over Nova Scotia, northern Maine by the early part of the upcoming weekend. There can be residual showers and thunderstorms on Friday in the mid-Atlantic region. Then we're probably setting up for a pretty nice day on Saturday with mainly rain-free conditions in the mid-Atlantic region, comfortably warm, mid-80s for afternoon highs. Then we get back into a period of warm and humid, unsettled Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with an additional chance of showers and thunderstorms. But the big story right now, Tropical Storm Elsa remains tropical storm status, maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour, higher gusts than that. It is now crossing through the Carolinas and should impact the mid-Atlantic region later this afternoon, especially tonight into the early part of Friday morning, on its way to New England for the rest of the day on Friday. That's it for now. For ParatonWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.